You're in the court. Defense, you can proceed with your next witnesses.
I call Aunt Missy to the stand.
Aunt Missy, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the
I
truth?
do.
From the beginning, you were always the one who believed Doodle will live, being the one that brought him into this world, delivered him. Right?
Yeah, I do.
Right. Being a family member, you were there watching Doodle and Ryan's relationship. How do you think Ryan felt towards Doodle?
Well, I think Ryan definitely loves his little brother. I mean, everyone loves brothers. I mean, they're so cute and adorable. And why would you want to harm such a cute little innocent thing?
Right. Good. Do you think that Ryan had anything to do with the death of Doodle?
Oh, no, not at all. He's just a poor little child who's getting blamed for the death of his poor innocent little brother.
What were your thoughts on the doctor's diagnosis?
I thought the doctor was full of baloney. How do you not know what the poor child has?
And it does, and the journals clearly do state that doctors put limitations on Doodle's physical activity. Do you think brother respected those?
I think he did. I also think it was a little bit of Doodle's fault for his own death. I mean, he was just trying so hard, and it's just unfortunate that his heart stopped working at that time. I mean, all these things happen to everyone.
Yes. The day of the storm, it says in the journal state, I hadn't run too far before I became tired, and the flood childish spite evanescence as well. I stopped and waited for Doodle. The sound of rain was everywhere. The wind had died, and it fell straight down in parallel paths like ropes hanging from the sky. As I waited, I peered through the downpour, but no one came. Clearly states that Ryan was not there when Doodle died.
That's true, it does.
So, if he wasn't there, how was he ever responsible for the death?
I don't know. I think they're just making that up over there. They're trying to win some money.
Right?
You may have a seat. Prosecution, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
You had said that dead birds were bad luck.
Yeah, they were.
Do you think, what was going through your mind when you thought that?
I was thinking that my childhood experiences, every time I found a dead bird, I'd try to look away because, bad luck, you don't want bad luck.
Did you think that something could have happened to Doodle at the time?
I mean, it could have been bad luck.
Then why did you let him go into the woods when there was a storm coming?
Well, I mean, I don't think that was my fault. I think that's Harris' fault for letting them, just run off through the woods on the storm, let's go. Woo.
Were you present when they left?
No, I was not. I was thinking they got caught.
Did you know that brother tried to smother Doodle when he did it?
I did not, and that sounds like a bunch of baloney. Why would he try and do that? He needs to be disciplined right now. Young man, sit in time out.
Do you think that it was unreasonable for him to try to smother?
A little, but brother's fighting all. Hey, you shouldn't have done that, son.
Easy, please just answer the question.
Okay. I have no further questions.
You can have a seat. Defense, would you like to redirect your witness?
No.
Easy, thank you for your time. You can have a seat. Defense, you may call your final witness to the stand.
Ryan.
Ryan Armstrong, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay. What were your overall feelings about Doodle?
Well, I love Doodle. He was one of my favorite brothers. He was my only brother, so I would never want to harm him.
Okay.
Tell us what happened the night you and William went to the river.
When we went to the river, we were going to bury Scarlet Ibis, which landed in a tree tornado or storm blew him. And then he died, and then so Doodle decided to bury it, and so the mama just wanted him not to touch it, and so he buried it down by the river.
But what happened, like, during his death? Just what was your side of this?
Storm going on, and so Doodle was trying to keep up with these, and so when he was coming back, I was running, and then when I turned around to check if he was still there, he wasn't there.
And what happened when you went back there?
When I went back, I cried because I saw that he was alive.
So he was dead when you got there?
Yes.
Did you physically harm William the night of his death?
No.
Did you have any part of the death? Do you think you're responsible for any of it?
Well, I think I overworked him just a little bit, but I don't think it was enough to have him have a
It's not enough for you to get charged with second-degree murder.
right.
Yeah. Okay, that is all. No more questions.
Prosecution, would you like to cross-examine the witness? Why did you think Doodle was a burden?
I thought Doodle was a burden because sometimes I just had to push him around in the car. It really hurt my arms.
Doodle always wanted to tag along with you whenever you went out. You were told to be careful, so why did you twist his card around so violently?
I twisted his car around so violently so that he could have more of a feeling of life because he never really got the chance to have like a whole life.
You accidentally took the car on Doodle?
Yeah, I did. And that was only an accident because I didn't really want. For me, now that since I knew he was finally like a brother that I could care for, I didn't really want to hurt him as much.
Why did you name your brother such a ridiculous name, apart from the way he crawled as an infant?
To me, it wasn't really a ridiculous name because really William didn't seem like a cool name everyone liked.
How did you feel about having a brother? How did you feel about having a brother like Doodle?
I felt like Doodle was like an inspiration to my life because he made me feel like how I should live and how my life has changed because it made me know that I should be more respectful to my parents because sometimes like I would go and do stuff secretly without him, but like training and walking through it, but then I learned I should tell him.
When you guys caught in a rainstorm, why didn't you call or answer back to him when Doodle called for help?
I honestly couldn't really hear him if he was talking.
How did you get them?
I didn't hear him.
Well, we went through your old house and we found this picture. What are your emotions? Do you feel when you see this picture?
I object. What does this have to do with anything?
Counsel, will you please explain to the court what this evidence is?
That does not look like
said that.
That does not look like Doodle.
Counsel, can you explain to the court what the evidence is?
This is Doodle, and we're trying to figure out why he's in the house.
Is that Doodle after he is passed away?
That does not look like Doodle when I look at it.
What's your emotions for this picture?
Object.
I object. This
On what grounds?
We don't even know if there's a picture of that in his house. I never seen that.
Why would we have a picture of my dead brother in our house?
I'm going to direct Ryan, Mr. Armstrong, if you would just give us one word, your emotional reaction to the picture, and then counsel, if you
This
proceed
is
with your
what
next
Doodle looks
question.
I feel sad for that child.
Okay. In your journal, it stated that you were embarrassed by your brother. This proved that the reason why you were sad is because you never truly succeeded in fixing Doodle.
I did succeed in fixing Doodle because I gave him a lot. I was just sad because I did it for like a little bit of myself this week.
That is all.
May I have a seat? Defense, would you like to redirect the witness?
Yes. So you're all set. Okay, so intentions for teaching Doodle how to talk and walk, were those good intentions or bad?
They could be considered both, but I was just a little selfish, but then it helped, because I helped give him a better life, and that's another thing I wanted to do. Because if he didn't have a better life, I probably would do it.
So you didn't want Doodle to be made fun of about how he acted, you wanted him
I wanted him to feel like he was, felt like he was in the group.
Yeah, we were trying to give him a better life. Okay.
Okay, you can have a seat. Thank you for your time. At this time, we will have closing statements from our prosecution. You will please approach.
The first thing we'd like to address was that brother, in fact, has lied in this court. Specifically in his journals, it states that he was inside when Doodle buried the bird. According to Ryan's statement, he was with Doodle at the time. The evidence shown against the brother clearly represents what an outrageously evil murderer he is. His lack of concern for human life is obvious by the evidence presented. Ryan was told on multiple occasions by the doctor that he was not supposed to overwork him or overstress Doodle. Brother had specifically stated in his testimony that he had overworked Doodle. He never cared about if Doodle had feelings. All Brother cared about was that he didn't have a brother that could run around with him. He was so disappointed that Brother even plotted to kill Doodle. So when Doodle pleaded in agony for Brother to return, it was no wonder that he stayed away until he was sure he was dead. Brother only returned to make sure Doodle was dead, not because he cared for him.
Now we will have closing statements from the defense.
Ryan Armstrong was just trying to help William, but he pushed him too far. He was trying to help him fit in with the crowd, so he would be like a normal boy. He didn't understand that he would die that easily. He was too young. He wanted him to fit in. When he left him, he was scared. And he realized that he had accidentally left him behind later, and so he goes back to check on him. But when he went to retrieve him, it was too late. His brother had died. He was alone, crying and holding him in his hand.
At this time, I will deliberate. We will take a recess and we will return with a verdict in a few days. Court is adjourned.